Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News starts now.
Ford Motor Company announces some big plans for its Mobility Innovation District at Michigan Central Station.
Plus, the fallout continues after the U.S. raid and the ISIS leader in Syria and the bomb he detonated to kill himself.
And the cleanup continues after this week's winter storm. The local forecasters now tracking colder temperatures for your weekend. Good afternoon, everybody, and thanks for joining us for a special edition of Local 4 News at 11. I'm Karen Drew.
And I'm Rhonda Walker, and we do want to get our first look at the forecast with Brandon to find out where things stand. As you mentioned, there could be more snow coming our way for the weekend.
Just a little bit. Most of the weekend, I think, will be dry, so we try to play catch up, but the Arctic front that brought the snow now leaves the Arctic air in its wake. So we're only 14 degrees here at 11 a.m. At Metro Airport anyway, 9 degrees in Howell, 12 Lapeer, and 18 degrees City Airport. Comparing 11 a.m. now to yesterday, we're 5 to 10 degrees cooler than we were, and wind chills, this is what you dress for as you're heading out and about running errands, walk with the dog. We're single digits and even some sub-zero wind chills without much of a breeze. High temps are going to struggle to even see 20 today, mostly cloudy, a few flakes and flurries, but really bone-chilling cold today and tomorrow. So the 3 Ps in cold weather: pets, pipes, potholes. Not much we can do about the potholes, freeze, thaw, snow plows, digging up some of that asphalt. But your pipes, if you have any concerns, you can run a little water, open the cabinets. Pets, just keep them inside for the most part. If they love being out in the cold weather, you can feed them a little bit more, give them the energy they need to stay warm. And it will be very, very cold. You see a little bit of snow this through the late afternoon and evening, just mainly some flakes and flurries. What about your weekend? What about your evening plans in those flakes and flurries? We can get the Local Forecasters app 100% free. In fact, just hold your phone up to the QR code, that box in the middle of the screen. It'll take you right to your app store, and the Local Forecasters app has everything you need. Ladies?
All right, thank you, Brandon. Detroit contractors are on the clock right now to plow the city's nearly 1,900 miles of residential streets. Now, the first round of clearing efforts began at 6 Thursday morning and will continue until 6 p.m. tonight. Crews will head out for a second round Saturday morning. The deadline to finish clearing residential streets now is pushed to Monday morning. So if your street isn't cleared by Monday morning, consumer investigator Hank Winchester wants to hear from you so he can get to work getting answers for you and your family. You can reach out via the tip line 313-634-WDIV or email helpmehank@WDIV.com.
And of course, the plowing is happening all across the Metro Detroit area and residential areas as well. The city of Howell has a warning for its residents that they have until noon today, just less than an hour, to clear their sidewalks. Howell was hit with 8 inches of snow over the past couple days. The city says that its crews will begin to shovel any sidewalks that haven't been cleared beginning this afternoon. However, it will be at the property owner's expense.
Well, if you're traveling today, make sure you check your flights. According to the website FlightAware, about 51 flights are canceled. At least 32 are delayed. Now, at last check, about 2,900 flights are canceled across the U.S.
Well, here's something exciting. Ford Motor Company announces plans for its Mobility Innovation District at the Michigan Central Station in Detroit. Google is joining the automaker as a founding member and will focus on training and educating Detroit residents for high-tech jobs of the future. Also, the city of Detroit is working to designate a transportation innovation zone in the district where founding members can fast-track new mobility solutions. And the state will use $126 million in new and existing programming to support the goals of that innovation district.
When this is open, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be a gathering place for the community. It's going to be Southwest and Corktown residents are going to come here, have fun, meet friends, hang out. It's also going to be a great place to work, I think, in a post-COVID environment. And that's just what you can see.
And the restoration continues. Of course, we know this was a world-class train station. Back in the day, it had been abandoned since 1988, and that renewal continues.
Now to the coronavirus. The number of new cases in the U.S. continues to climb. An NBC News tally confirms more than 76 million cases in the country since the start of the pandemic. Meantime, more than 900,000 Americans have died from COVID here at home. Later today, we expect updated Michigan coronavirus case and death data. On Wednesday, the state reported a two-day total of more than 18,000 cases and 327 deaths. The case total averaged out to more than 9,400 per day.
More details are emerging about that U.S. raid on the head of ISIS in Syria. The Biden administration calling the world a safer place after his death.
They're also praising U.S. commandos for a successful mission while admitting the threat of ISIS still remains. Bree Jackson has the very latest from Washington.
Military officials say the mission in Syria was months in the making. And while the raid delivered a devastating blow to ISIS, officials warn that a replacement is already waiting in the wings. The U.S. Special Ops raid happened in northwestern Syria. The target, Abu Ibrahim al-Hashimi al-Qurayshi, the leader of ISIS.
Thanks to the bravery of our troops, this horrible terrorist leader is no more. Our forces carried out the operation with their signature preparation and precision.
Video taken before and after the attack was released by the Defense Department. Military officials say U.S. forces used bullhorns to tell those inside the building to come out, safely evacuating 10 people, including 8 children. However, the ISIS leader remained inside, detonated a bomb, killing himself, his wife, and his 2 children.
This is a man that we should all be happy is no longer walking on the face of the earth.
President Biden gave the green light for the operation Tuesday, choosing a raid over an airstrike.
We made this choice to minimize civilian casualties.
News of the ISIS leader's death drew praise on Capitol Hill.
That's very good news. Obviously, ISIS is a great threat to our interests, not only in the Middle East, but around the world.
And warnings that another terrorist leader will emerge.
What we're going to continue to see is an engagement to take ISIS wherever they are and however we can to undermine their abilities to attack the homeland.
The president says this operation took one major terrorist leader off the battlefield and sends a strong message to terrorists around the world. Military officials say they're still reviewing the operation and examining electronics that U.S. forces gathered on the ground. In Washington, I'm Bree Jackson, NBC News.
Still to come, Beijing Games are officially underway.
Yes, they are. We're going to take a look at this spectacular show from this morning's opening ceremony as well. But first, it is a record that no company wants to have. The massive hit Facebook took on the stock market.